Hello and welcome to this edition of YES101's Visual Radio. I am Hashini Pathirana.
And I'm Vinuji Sineviratna. First up, let's take a look at your headlines.
News First headline.
Sri Lankan jets rerouted via Oman, safely return home. UN High Commissioner for Human Rights meets Prime Minister. Visa extended till 31st of July for Sri Lankans in Israel. In international news, Trump says Israel-Iran ceasefire now in effect. Please don't violate it. In sports, Australia's Khawaja ready to be a mentor for teenager Constars.
On to our top story this hour, SriLankan Airlines has resumed return flights to Colombo from Qatar and Kuwait following disruptions caused by escalating conflict in the Middle East. Now, the airline confirmed that the affected aircraft were rerouted to Oman for refueling before safely continuing their journey back to Sri Lanka. Foreign passengers on board were directed to designated hotels upon arrival, while Sri Lankan nationals were assisted in returning to their homes, according to the airline. Flight schedules for future operations will be determined after a thorough assessment of regional security conditions. Meanwhile, flights to Dubai, Abu Dhabi and Riyadh experienced minor delays but landed safely at their respective destinations. Sri Lankan Airlines also reassured passengers that all other scheduled flights are operating normally.
In more local news, due to the ongoing conflict situation in the Middle East, the Sri Lankan Embassy in Israel has announced an extension of visa validity for Sri Lankan nationals who were unable to return to Israel as scheduled. The new deadline for visa validity has been extended until the 31st of July 2025, allowing affected individuals more time to make travel arrangements. Ambassador Nimal Bandara stated that once commercial flights to Israel resume, Sri Lankans currently in Sri Lanka will be able to return without further hindrance. According to embassy records, 219 Sri Lankan citizens are currently in Sri Lanka on vacation and are expected to return to Israel once conditions permit. In a coordination effort with the Indian government, 17 Sri Lankans are scheduled to travel from Oman to New Delhi tomorrow under a free air travel initiative. Additionally, 20 individuals have registered with the embassy to travel to Sri Lanka via Egypt in the coming days, while 5 have already made the journey.
Still in local news, Volker Turk, United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights, held a meeting with Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya at the Prime Minister's office yesterday. Now, Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya welcomed the High Commissioner and reaffirmed the government's commitment to working constructively with the Office of the High Commissioner of Human Rights, and she noted that the recent political transition marks a significant shift in Sri Lanka's political culture, rooted in a historic mandate received from all communities. High Commissioner Volker Turk expressed appreciation for Sri Lanka's continued engagement and reaffirmed the importance of collaboration in advancing human rights, democratic governance and national reconciliation.
International news.
In international news, United States President Donald Trump said today a ceasefire between Israel and Iran was now in place and asked both countries not to violate it. Only hours after Iran launched waves of missiles, which Israel's ambulance service said killed 4 people. Trump said in Truth Social post, quote unquote, "The ceasefire is now in effect. Please do not violate it." When Trump announced on Monday that he called a complete ceasefire to end a 12-day war, he appeared to suggest that Israel and Iran would have time to complete missions that were underway, at which point the ceasefire would begin in a staged process.
Sports news.
And finally, Vinuji, let's take a look at our sports news for this hour. Experienced Australia batter Usman Khawaja said he is ready to guide 19-year-old Sam Cornstar's through his journey as a test opener as the pair prepare to walk out onto the pitch together for the first match against West Indies in Bridgetown. Now, Cornstars has been drafted in to replace Marnez Labuschagne, who opened in the World Test Championship final alongside Khawaja, but failed to impress as Australia lost to South Africa by 5 wickets. Well, that's all the news we got for you for this hour. Stay tuned as we will be bringing to you the latest updates on our news bulletins as well. I am Hashini Patrana for the Newsfirst team.
And I'm Vinuji Sanivaratna. Thank you for watching.